Really? What are you doing? Are you being a bug? Hi, Gracie. You're chewing your toenails again. Let's see, can I have high fives? Oops, let's see if we can get it on camera. Can I have high fives? Oh, thank you. And there's a spirit. Oh, my goodness. I thought we'd start the video off with something a little happy. Good morning, everybody. Yes, it's an insanely early morning. As you can see, it's still dark out. So let me pause you and get you on the tripod, and we can do a little artwork together. Okay, everybody. Happy Friday morning. I was up in the middle of the night for most human beings, you know. Again, with this, I can't sleep. I don't get it. 2:30 this morning, so at least it was a little better than yesterday. It was between 2:30 and 3, somewhere in there. So this is my nightshade, my Derwent Lightfast nightshade, which is this really gorgeous purple that you see through here. And I'm down here, obviously down here, in the lower foreground of this, hello, come back up, of this tiger's image. Now, for those of you who are new to watching me draw, which you don't have to watch me, just, you know, you can do what you normally do and just listen to me ramble and we're good. Excuse me, sorry. I'm not doing this detail for detail because if you saw all the little teeny, well, I'll show you. Yeah. See all this here? Yeah, there's not enough time on the planet for me to manage every single little piece. Exactly as it is. No. This is not, you know, a commission for a client. This is my own interpretation of this image, which is royalty free. I do have the rights to use it legally. So I have changed my tiger a little bit. I've changed my foreground a little bit. You know, it's just me. I'm gonna do things the way I think I should, and that's pretty much what we're going with. So strangely, I would not, when I first glanced at this photo on the site, I did not see so much purple. And when I downloaded it and opened it up, I went, oh, wow, that's a lot of purple. How am I going to get something that dark in there? And then my brain remembered this color. Yep. See how that works? You don't, as an artist, realize all the colors you have if you're like me and you've got, you know, shoot, 600 or so colors. Yeah, a lot of them are the same color with different companies, but when they're with different companies, that means that color is slightly different. And then there's wax-based versus oil-based, and then there's, you know, this is my idea of perfection, and it's an in-between both. It's an oil-based pencil, the very first that Derwent has ever made, but it goes on soft and creamy like a wax pencil would, and there's no chance of wax bloom or anything like that. So it's just this awesome perfection in pencil for my taste as an artist. It works for me, and you have to find what works for you, just like you do in anything else, and this is it for me, so I'm good. I think I heard my son's bedroom door. I was hoping we had more time before he woke up, but that's okay. Only because, you know, he had a rough week, and I really want him to rest. He's had way too many seizures this week, and I've grabbed him way too many times and tried to take care of him, so I'm sore. I need a day of rest, which will probably not be today. That's generally Sunday for me, barring that there are no major problems. Then that's when I get to lay down and just chill out with the puppies, catch up on videos that are, you know, my paranormal and my abandoned exploration, and the true crime stuff I kind of watch all throughout the week. And most of it is older cases because a lot of the newer cases frustrate me, but I still watch several of the ongoing cases because I think they hold tremendous significance for us as a society and us during this particular time in history. So there's my unintended blah 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 at everything. You know, that's how it goes. It's just how it works. I guess I have to close the little owl pastel painting video out so that I can see the color I'm looking for. What else? Let's see. What else have I been doing? Lots of diamond painting with you guys. In fact, I just finished up filming a diamond painting video this morning that I started yesterday morning at an unreasonably ungodly hour. But I got kind of waylaid yesterday by exhaustion, so it didn't get quite finished. It just needed a few more minutes, and I went ahead and finished that up this morning, and now I will have to edit it and process it and all the good fun stuff that I don't think any YouTuber really enjoys doing. Most of us that film don't want to edit. You know, there are people who love to edit. That's what they do. They're incredibly good at it. They're way better than I will ever be at it because, for one, I have no interest in it. And for two, that's what their specialty is. I'm good with that. I'm truly golden with that. I know that sounds odd, but it's the truth. I'm good. I don't need to be the queen of editing. I am the queen of Halloween around here, and I am the Esky mommy and just a busy mom and grandmother as it is, so yeah. And it seems like I do nothing but sit at home, but my sit at home is constant work. I'm either taking care of Nick or the puppies or both, or trying to get something done in the house, or I am working on something for diamond painting with you, or drawing with you, or, you know. I think that moms go underappreciated for the amount of work that we do. And believe me, folks, that doesn't end when your kids are grown. And if you think it will, I'm so sorry. And if, for you, you find it pretty much did, wow, what was the magic trick? Because, no, that's not me. And don't get me wrong, I adore my children. Did I just hear those nails? Wait, yeah, it's a bug-a-butt. That means I need to trim her nails again, and she's going to be very upset with me. She doesn't like that process at all. None of them really do. Although Snowflake, she just kind of sits there and looks at me and pulls her paw back once in a while like, Mommy, please. Are we done yet? But she doesn't. None of them are nippy and nasty about it. I don't know about Spooky-Doo because he won't let me near them. So, hopefully we'll get him pinned down to let me deal with his claws. And I know that sounds horrible, but believe me, folks, for the most part, their nails will naturally break off if they're on, you know, a variety of surfaces, and you're watching them make sure that it doesn't break into the quick and things like that, which Spooky recently had an incident where a certain amount of force caused him to break one of his nails pretty far back, and so, you know, it was an easy thing. Put stop bleed on it, monitor it with some Neosporin to make sure it didn't get infected while it heals, and we're good. He's fine now, so he's my same crazy boy. Thank goodness. I know, it just looks like I'm coloring over the same thing over and over and over. But, you know, that's the downside to this. Is that you are, a lot of times, just going over the same thing over and over. But that's because you have to build the depth of color. You've got to build the layers. You've got, you know, all that fun stuff that goes into this to do. I need to put those crystals away somewhere since I'm done with that diamond painting. And I'm pulling out the full tin of Derwent Light Fast because there's a couple of colors I want in it right now. I need to, when I can possibly afford it, get one more set of drawers for these pencils. Since I doubt that I'm ever going to be able to afford a full set of Caran d'Ache Luminance, I don't see where I'm going to need a whole lot more drawers. If I had that too, then I would need, you know, another double set like what I use for my Prismacolor and my Polychromos and a couple of my Derwent lines. But Yeah, I think I'm good. Now, where was I? This is what I was trying to do, was add some of this in here. But this is the fun of being a busy person. And it's weird because for years and years and years, I felt like I did nothing. And it's because I was so sick. And now I'm finally at a point where I've kind of pulled myself up by the bootstraps and figured out what my path needs to be and what do I need to do to make myself happy in this life. And it's not perfect, folks. Don't get me wrong there. There's no way to, have some exact formula in that. But what I can tell you is that when you get even a little bit close to it coming to the kind of life that makes you smile and laugh and cry and have all of that love and family and friends, enjoy it, because you know what? Sadly, that can change in a moment's notice. The good news is that while you do have it, if you enjoy it, then you'll always appreciate it and you will always participate in it and take good care of it. And I think that's a key. That's my personal opinion. It's funny because I was never a philosophy major and I feel like I philosophized an awful lot. So I'm so sorry. I think it's just the wisdom passed down by, my dad and my grandparents and things that I've learned along the way on my own and through losing them and missing them. And it's hard. Life is not easy, and I don't remember anybody promising me life was going to be easy. Excuse me. I do not remember ever receiving that kind of promise. But what I was told was that if I worked hard enough, I could have a very good and very fulfilling life. Good doesn't mean financially stable. It just means loved and moments of joy that are something you can remember, So, at least that's my opinion. I think there's an awful lot of ways that you can look at those things, and I just try to find whatever little bit of happiness I can find in situations and in my life and run with it, folks. Have a good time. The best you can. Alright, so what I need here is something totally different than what we've pulled in yet. And I am thinking we're going to start with this, and I think it's going to end up having to turn more purple, personally. But we'll see. Actually, this bottom part of it's just about right, and then I need to add a little of a deep Merlot color to it. Or is that what this one is? No, this is Merlot. Okay, it looks more like a Cabernet Sauvignon. Anyway, I'm being smart aleck today because I'm tired and I'm being goofy and, hey, that's life when Mama Eskies does not sleep. So, if it keeps going like this, I'm going to end up in an emergency room so they can knock me out, but I don't want to. And I have strict instructions by my doctor to stay away from all medical facilities. Okay. Well, if I get a little nutty on some of my videos, folks, you'll know why. It's because I'm still not getting more than 4 hours of sleep a night. Ugh. Yeah, this is the fun that goes with fibromyalgia. Degenerative disc, degenerative joint. All those yummy muscular issues. And so many other chronic illnesses too, It just, Fibro comes with bouts of very chronic insomnia. In fact, mine is pretty much non-stop, but sometimes are worse than others, is the kind of thing that I'm trying to get to. And like I said, my brain's a little tired. But that's life, you guys, is we have to adapt and we have to work with what we've got and be thankful when we can. So, maybe I should have been a philosophy major instead of sociology and nursing and business. Weird. They didn't have social media back when I went to college, so. In fact, it didn't exist back when I went to college. That's how old I am. Good night. Yeah, we're going to bring more of this in here. See, pieces of wood are not all the same color, and as things are on a forest floor in partial darkness, they're definitely going to vary in shade and tone and hue. And I think you just kind of find what you like the way it looks when it comes down to it. I wanted to deepen this, and I know it might look almost like stained glass through there, but when I'm done and it's gotten a nice layer of dark over the top of it, it won't. I really hope. And if it doesn't come out perfect, you know what, that's okay. That is okay. I'm okay about that. So this little move may surprise some of you. So I have these two spots that have come out very lavender blue that are not supposed to be lavender blue. Let's see. We'll run with this Mono Zero. It's the 2.5 times 5. Okay. No clue how they figured that. 2.5 by 5 millimeter eraser. There you go. So it's their rectangular one for the Tombow Mono Zero. I have both the little round one and this one, but I'm going to use this one on its edge because I want kind of a flat edge. And yep, you're seeing it. I'm taking my pencil off because apparently whatever is under this area is too dark and the white is not showing. Now you see how it's coming off on, well, I hope you can see how it's turning this dark. That's one of the reasons I have these lovely pieces of paper, so I can get it off there. Now it just kind of looks gray. Give me a couple minutes and I will turn this white. Well, not quite white, kind of a seashell white, but that's okay, I'll get it. And this one too, this little triangular area, which I may have to grab the little round eraser for. But these are an awesome tool and I got mine in a set. I guess you can order them individually, but I bought mine in a set on Amazon that came with refills for both. So I think I got it at a really awesome, amazing price. I don't remember. All I know is it wasn't all that expensive, and you know, I've had them for a few months now, like since the beginning of the year. So, because that's really when I picked my drawing back up and kind of surprised people. And I think I kind of surprised myself, truthfully. I mean, I hadn't drawn in 20 years, so my presumption was that, you know, any drawing skills I had were gone, and I was just going to be playing around and, you know, kind of control the stress level type thing. Well, my hands and my brain decided to work together and shock the crap out of me, and suddenly be able to do these realistic color animals. I'd never done colored pencil drawings. What I had done with my Prismacolors was, for one, in coloring books when I didn't feel good, but mostly if I was working on a graphite drawing and I wanted to like color the eyes or something in the background to make it pop or whatever, then I would use them. But outside of that, I really didn't use them. So to say that I was shocked when I drew Morty was an understatement. And then to say that I was shocked as I moved forward and got Ashley's other pups drawn, and then this one. And I'm just a little dumbfounded by it. And super happy to have this ability again, and gift that suddenly appeared out of nowhere with the colored pencil work. It's, you know, I recently heard an artist say there's no such thing as a gift for art. I'm going to disagree. Respectfully, but I'm going to disagree. Because I knew nothing about what I'm doing and I knew how to draw shape and form. I knew how to do perspective and light. That was it. I had read a chapter in my lifetime on color theory, and here we are. That's it, guys. It just was kind of there. And I think I had somebody recently tell me that, you know, they'll consider me a real artist when I'm drawing from my imagination. Honey, I drew from my imagination for decades. I'm still utilizing my imagination in this. And I have no desire to just, well, to be blunt, to pull drawings out of my ass that don't make any sense. I'm not an abstract artist. I have no desire to be an illustrationist. I admire the abilities of both. I just have no desire to do it. I really enjoy doing realism. That is my thing. If the other forms of art are your personal thing, awesome. I think that's amazing. You know, I know someone who's kind of hides in our community that is a very talented watercolorist. She's amazing. She just doesn't put it out in the public, guys. You know, there's people who do this to keep themselves from killing people. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying, where the art is because it's what they need to do for them. It's not about what anybody else thinks. For me, I do the art for me, and I do certain pieces to raise awareness, and I care a little bit about what other people think, but I also try to remember the source that that's coming from now. And that's something I lacked the ability to do for a while. I'm glad I've gained that ability to have some perspective and look at it and go, oh, well, yeah, you know, that person is always negative about everything, or that person is always negative about everything I do, or, you know, whatever that is. Guys, just find your happiness. Find what makes you smile, and it doesn't matter if you're good at it. If you suck at it and it makes you happy, keep doing it, girl. If you're awesome at it, put it out there for the world to see. That's kind of how I see it. And if I'm wrong, well, then I'm wrong. And you know what? I don't care. It's the point I've had to come to in order to go back into doing artwork, and in order to come back to diamond painting, I've had to kind of sit back and step back and say, does it really matter what other people's complete and total opinions of me are? Or does it matter that I'm doing what I believe is right, and that I'm behaving in a way that I can look myself in the mirror at the end of the day and be pleased and proud? I'll take the latter. I have to live with me. I have to be able to wash my face in the morning and see a person that I think is a good person. And I have to be able to, you know, wash my face at night and brush my hair before I go to bed and know that the person that I'm looking at is someone who had a day that she can be, well, damn proud of her life and who she is and how she treats others. So I'll stick with that. But like I said, I'm not everybody else. I'm just me. Sorry, there's a little bit of pencil dust on my favorite eraser, and I have to clean it before I can use it again, or it will get that dirty part onto my drawing. Not okay. It's time to wash this brush again. Well, the garbage trucks are coming around, or the recycle truck, whichever. That's going to make some barking happen, I'm sure. Because it usually does. But you know what? They have a cute bark, so I'm okay with that. What am I trying to put there? This, actually. Aha. Okay, so that's that. But back here, So light spot. It's just awesome to me to enlarge these photos and kind of pick them apart, sort of. Because you've got to pick them apart to put them together, if that makes any sense. You're looking for, you know, like a blade of grass is not one color. Let's take this little piece of a plant here. It's not a blade of grass, it's a piece of a little forest floor plant, but it's got browns and purples and greens and aquamarines in it, and even a little bit of white. So, whoops, wrong one. Oh, I'm glad I looked. I grabbed the one next to what I wanted. There we go. So I think it's just kind of, you have to pay attention, and that really works with me because that's what makes this medium so perfect for me, and doing realism so perfect for me, because I personally need to be very detail oriented. I need that meticulous movement and thought behind what I'm doing, because if I don't have that, then I get bored. Boredom is not what we want me to do right now, because then my mind's going to wander, and yeah, it's just going to be negative overall, and I'm not in the mood for any more negative. I've had enough of that for a long time. So that's where that's at. I don't even know where we are at, folks, in our time. Probably way deeper in than I wanted to go. So, but this is going to be what I'm going to do until my body finally goes, nope, time to sleep. That could be at noon. That could be at 8 o'clock tonight. I never know. It's each day is so different with me and all this physical garbage. There is so much purple in this foreground, and there's so many different purples in it. It's awesome. And there's these blues and blue violets and pinks, and I love it. I think that's why I like what I do. And I think that we all have to choose to do the things that we like to do. Or not, you know. For me, that's a yeah. I'll do it, thanks. And look, I just had that color. Okay. Wow. I swear I'm just having these moments of my brain going, you want what, lady? Because I don't think so. And then this particular piece is one that I have enlarged significantly from the photograph, obviously, because I wanted it to be life-size. And when I did that, oh boy, did it caused me to have to take a step back and go, okay, wait a minute, now you're repositioning the distances between everything, because, you know, you can only enlarge things so much on your tablet, lady. So, yeah, that's been kind of funny, too. At least I think it's funny to watch. When I see myself when I review my videos and I see what I'm doing, I'm like shaking my head going, really? You're crazy, lady. You're doing some crazy things there. So, this is my day. If I can help it. My legs keep going to sleep, you guys. It's kind of freaking me out. It's been happening since I fell earlier this year, and I'm a little weirded out by it, and with all the stuff going on with the pandemic and healthcare areas, I'm not allowed to go to any hospitals or anything unless it's a life-threatening emergency, so, well, that means that I'm not going in for an MRI. Nope. Because this is not life-threatening, and I hate those things. They give me panic attacks. There's that one for you. Little known fact about me. I do not like the sound patterns in an MRI. I'm not afraid of being in the MRI itself. It's just particular sound patterns cause me to start panicking. Don't like it. So guess what? I'm not doing it. Anytime soon. I've done enough of them. I know eventually I'm going to have to, because they're going to have to reevaluate the progression of my spinal problems, my neck and back. But, and then there's the hip and the right knee and all that good stuff. But, you know, COVID is keeping me from having to do that. So at least COVID came up with one good thing. I haven't had to go in for the MRI that somebody wanted me to go in for, and I went, Really? Don't think so. Don't want to do it. My doctor agreed. She was like, why do we need to put you through another one right now? I don't know. Talk to that pain specialist. And she goes, oh my Lord, no. No. It's COVID. You're staying home. Okay, I'm good. That works very well for me. So, because I told her I'm not going to any medical facility right now, and that was early in the year when, you know, this virus was just running rampant, and it had finally hit Phoenix, really hit Phoenix, not just, you know, we at one point had the lowest numbers in the country, and we were so excited about that, because, you know, my family, my friends, we were excited about that because that meant that, you know, our families were most likely going to remain safe. We just all had to be very cautious. And then people decided that social distancing wasn't good enough and they weren't going to do it. And then they decided they weren't going to wear their masks. And, you know, it's a constant struggle here, and the numbers have gone crazy. And so, it makes me irritated with people that they're so inconsiderate about, you know, if you have the virus, stay home. And you could be asymptomatic and not even know you've got it, so wear a mask. Don't take your kids out in public if you can avoid it. Do remote learning right now, please, because, hello, cold and flu season and bronchitis season are kicking up. When that happens, that weakens everybody's immune systems, and that means we are all far more open to this virus. So, yeah, if at all possible, stay home. Do what you can to stay out of the public. If you're going to be out there, please wear your mask. Please. No mask, don't leave. That's me. I don't have that ability, and I'm not supposed to leave anyway, but still. Although I happen to know that a very sweet friend is sending me a mask that has the best filter that she could possibly do in this style of mask. And I'm super excited because I will actually get to walk out the front door. Not for very long, but you know, hey, a little bit's better than none. I'm taking it. I'm enjoying it. And I'm just super excited. I don't even know what it looks like. She's like, nope, for you it needs to be a surprise. But I do know what my son's looks like, and so does he now, and he is, oh my goodness. He about squealed. He was so excited. Because it's a United States Navy mask. Which, you know, he was Navy. My whole family was Navy except for one person. He was Marines, and he learned pretty quickly that wasn't a real good idea. Don't get me wrong, my family greatly appreciated his sense of service and his desire to serve and all of that. But the guys in the family back then, and this was a very long time ago, well, they gave him a loving butt whipping because joining the Marines back then was pretty much a death sentence. You know, this was the Vietnam era, and they knew that Navy personnel were most likely to come home out of all the branches. And that part is still true today. So, yeah, they were none too pleased with him becoming a Marine for that reason. But they were incredibly proud of him at the same time. So, it's a guy thing. I don't get it all either. I just kind of stand back shaking my head at them going, really? Can you please tell me where the logic in this is? Because I'm looking for it. If you're proud of him. Why is he in trouble? My dad was like, you had to be there at that time to understand. but you were a baby, so. You know, sadly, I think they did lose that family member. But I know none of our Navy personnel were ever lost in service. In fact, my son was the first one to ever become disabled because of an injury during service in a war zone. It's the very first person in our family with that. So, yep. Takes all kinds, though, to make this all work, folks. And for anybody who does serve or their family members serve in the military or Coast Guard or National Guard, thank you to the members who serve, and thank you to the families for the sacrificing of the time with your loved ones and all the worry. I've been there. So I'm very grateful to all of you and to the first responders, you know, here at home, and all the people keeping the stores going and making sure that we have food and, you know, puppy food and groceries as needed, and putting your lives at risk. You know, I'm so grateful. Please take every precaution. Thank you so much that you are making it possible for the rest of us to survive as well. Thank you. It is not gone unnoticed, that is for sure. Many of us are very aware that without all of you, we would not be okay right now. It's that simple. So thank you. Oh, more blue on top of the purple, because I need the purple to look blue, but not completely blue. I don't know how to explain this one, guys. There's so much confusion in it. I need some areas to be lighter and some to be darker, and yeah. It's confuzzling. This part gets to be dark overall, but there's just a little area that's not. But this is what I'm going to do. Woohoo! I believe that for those of you who watch a lot of the diamond painting community's videos, I don't anymore. I do not have time. Mayhem, Creative Mayhem, if she still does, used to go live on Fridays, so she might still go live on Friday mornings. I'm sorry, Mayhem, I can't be there right now. There's too much going on. And I need to kind of stop my spinny mind at the moment. It's just a lot going on inside of my head. So, but I hope that you all have an awesome, awesome, awesome weekend. I am going to try to get some sleep at some point in the midst of all of this, God willing. Or I should say more than 4 hours at a time, and enough of it being restful that, you know, it's doing any good. Because working on a split sleeping schedule is making it where I'm not getting enough done. And I don't like that. Because, you know, I'm ending up sleeping about 4 hours at night and then, you know, about 3 hours in the afternoon. And I'm just not getting enough work done. And it bothers me. So, we'll see. You guys have a great time. I'm going to go do some more drawing right after I go grab myself some more coffee. My thoughts and prayers are with all of you. They always are. And I hope that you all come back and visit with me next time. Thank you. Bye.